Jesus says, do not be afraid. Have no fear. Fear no one. Have no fear of anyone or anything. Nothing to be afraid of. The Lord says 3 times in today's gospel, do not be afraid. Nothing to be afraid of. In the whole Bible, 366 times, the word, do not be afraid. 1 for each day and 1 extra for an emergency. Do not be afraid. Fear is a powerful force. Why fear? We all will go through moments of fear and anxiety. Why fear? Where does it come from? In the words of theologian Paul Tillich, fear is finitude in awareness is fear. Finitude in awareness is anxiety or fear. When you're aware of your own finitude, limitation, your mortality, your vulnerability, you have fear. Every time you are self-conscious, aware of your limitation, human mortality, then you have fear. What is going to happen? Is my life in danger? What about my health, my future, my old age? What's going to happen to me? What if this happens? You get into all kinds of this kind of fears the moment you think about your own self. How to face fear or fight fear, the Lord tells us with the clear answers. Introduce three questions and 3 answers. The Lord gives the very clear answer how to face fear and how to fight them and get rid of them. The Lord says, truth will always win. Nothing can be hidden. What you think is unknown or what is hidden will come out. To our eyes, the evil may thrive and flourish, and you will find evil everywhere. Evil seems to flourish and thrive, but that's only an illusion, not real. Why illusion? Because you haven't seen the end of the story. In the end, truth will come out, everything gone. On the cross, tragedy. Tragedy, utter tragedy. The 3rd day, all glory, the end of the story. Beautiful. So don't go by the story of the evil or what you see or what you hear. Wait and see. The 3rd day is coming. The truth will come out. The truth always wins. In other words, the Lord has got the last word. The powers of this on this earth, emperors, rulers, prime ministers, presidents, you call them, or kings, none of them has any power. Their powers are very limited. Mortal human beings playing a game, they haven't got the last word. God alone has got the last word, so you wait and see. Don't go by the stories. Have no fear of anybody or anything because Lord has got the last word. Number 1. Number 2, what others can do is very limited. The damage others can do, the way they can hurt you, the way they can offend you, what they can do, others can do, very limited. In the end, perhaps, they may kill you. Nothing. Nothing? Yeah, that is nothing. The Lord says they may kill you, but that is nothing. They can only kill your body, but none of them can touch your soul. They have power only over your body, your circumstances, but ultimately they have no power over your soul. So what is there to be afraid of? Make sure the soul is in good health. This body may die, or it can get killed, or one thing or the other, but make sure your soul is always in good health. The soul is always should be growing, flourishing, blossoming, and bearing fruits. The body outside is dying and dying, but inside the soul is growing and growing, and all the more blossoming and fruits coming out. So nothing to be afraid of. Remember, the Lord is telling these words to disciples who are going to face the world, who are going to be persecuted. In fact, when Matthew is writing the gospel, persecution was going on in such a way, James was beheaded. James was beheaded. And then the words of the Lord, nothing to be afraid of. Death, no, nothing. Soul, all important. And number 3, the Lord's answer, do not be the point number 3. Why you should not be afraid of anybody? Because the Lord is taking care of every tiny detail of your life. Nothing is beyond His eyes. Nothing is beyond His care. You are taken care of in such a way that nothing is beyond His understanding and beyond His care. See the example the Lord gives? Think of those sparrows in the hedges. How many are they? Can you count them? In your garden, can you count them? How many are they? Small little sparrows. The Lord says, I know every one of them. Nothing will happen to those sparrows without my knowledge. Do you know those sparrows coming into a garden? You don't know. You think they are all the same? No, they are not the same. But the Lord knows each one of them. The Lord may have given a name to them as because it belongs to God. So God knows every one of them. As if it is not clear, the Lord says, every hair on your head has been numbered. The Lord has got no job on my head. Your hair has been numbered. So number means 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is numbered. 114, the Lord knows number 300 has gone down. Everything is, that means every detail is being taken care of. So why the fear? You are not in control. God is fully in control. So you can relax, keep your feet up, and enjoy this life. After saying all, the Lord says one more thing, have no fear, but there is another kind of fear, a good fear, holy fear, have it. If you have that fear, you are a wise person. The Lord says about that holy fear. What is that holy fear? Not fear, afraid of God, out of reverence, humility, and reverence, and a sense of mystery and wonder, ye have always this fear of God. In other words, you will not dare to play God in any circumstance. That as if you are in control. No, the God of the universe is in control over the whole universe, over my life, His life, their life, everyone's life. So, I'm not in charge, but He is in charge. So, because of the sense of wonder, the mystery, the awe, beyond my control, great God, majestic God, great God in charge. So, there's always respect and reverence and silence too. Yeah, God is in control. God is in control. The God of the universe is in control. I should not play God. I should not worry about anything. I'm not in charge. He is. Nothing to worry about. But before Him, when you have that sense of humility, sense of wonder, you will get your right always, life always right. Before I close, just one more thing. To appreciate this goodness, the goodness of the Lord. The good news of the goodness of the good news. To appreciate this gospel, I would like to encourage you, invite you to study other religions. These days with the technology and mobile, with apps, study other religions. I would strongly encourage you. I would say as a personal testimony, only after studying other religions, you'll appreciate the gospel and who Jesus is. In a few words, I would say other religions. I've spent 4 years studying Islam, Quran, Hadith, and Hinduism, all gone through. Other religions would say, the way to God, way to God, way to God. This is the way to God. This, if you go this way, you will get there. What about Christianity? Jesus said, I am the way. The God of the universe put on human flesh, became man, lived among us, and he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the light of the world. I am the resurrection and the life. If you live in me and believe in me, you will never die. I am the Alpha and Omega and everything in between. Can you compare? You cannot. Having studied, if you study all the religions and look at Christ, you will say, you will have real humility. You are not going to look down upon anybody because of what they believe or don't believe. You will realize, what a miracle, I am a Christian. What a miracle, I am a Christian. I have received this good news and Jesus. Have you thought why the Lord at the end of his life told them, go to the whole world? If other religions were all right, the Lord would not say that. Don't condemn them, but go to them. Proclaim the good news to all creation. To everybody, tell this good news. Tell this good news with all humility, but with the clarity. Understand the Bible. Understand the good news of Jesus. Understand other religions too. Then you will have compassion, kindness, but you will have the courage to tell them, Jesus is the way. Jesus is the way. Remember, the first Christians were called people of the way. No, the way, definite article. You see, I am not saying that we should have this kind of, we are better than you. No. Once you understand the truth of the gospel, you will have the humility to love everybody. Plus, you'll have the courage to proclaim the gospel because you care for everybody. They are our brothers and sisters. If they haven't heard the gospel, we are to blame.